Hook. You're selling two blenders. One costs $200, the other $330. You really want people to buy the $330 model, but almost everyone goes for the cheaper one. Why is that? And what can you do to make customers choose the premium option? Setup. You might think, easy, just explain why the $330 blender is better. But that's not how customers decide. Most people don't know a product's real cost or fair price. Instead, they judge value by how it feels compared to other options. So if you want them to choose the $330 model, you need to make it feel like the smarter choice. And that's where one of the most powerful pricing strategies comes in: the price anchor. Concept: price anchoring. The concept of a price anchor was first introduced by psychologist Daniel Kahneman in the 1970s. It means this: when customers aren't sure how much a product should cost, they rely on two rules to decide. Avoid extremes. Compare with similar options. This is why the first price they see becomes their mental anchor. It shapes how they feel about every other price they see after that. Case study. Imagine you're at the movies. A standard seat costs $12. For just $16, you can relax in a spacious recliner and enjoy a much more comfortable viewing experience. Some people choose the premium seat because that $4 difference feels small compared to the upgrade they get. And for theaters, this small step up boosts profit margins by over 15%. Spending a little more for a noticeably better experience. That's price anchoring in action. Application. Scene 1. Back to our blenders. When you only offer $200 and $330, most people pick $200. But what if you introduce a third premium model for $650? Now, the $330 blender suddenly feels like the reasonable middle choice, and sales of the $330 model will almost certainly increase. People avoid the cheapest and the most expensive. They settle in the middle. That's the avoid extremes rule at work. Application. Scene 2. Here's another example. You're selling a $150 health checkup package. To make it feel more valuable, compare it to something people already spend on without thinking. Say this: you spend over $1,000 a year maintaining your car. Why not spend just $150 to maintain your health? Suddenly, that $150 feels like nothing compared to the value of staying healthy. Summary. So, what have we learned? 1. Avoid extremes. When there are 3 or more options, people usually avoid the cheapest and the most expensive. They pick the middle one. 2. Create comparisons. When customers can't judge value, give them a reference point. Help them compare so they can feel confident about their choice. Customers don't really pay for the product's cost. They pay for the value they feel they're getting, and price anchoring, it's one of the best ways to shape that perception. That's how you guide customers toward the choice you want, without lowering your price.